In Northwest news, many students at Seattle Pacific University are still grieving after a gunman shot up a building on campus, killing one. Last week, the president of the Christian college said they would turn to Jesus for help getting through this tragedy. And as reporter Allison Morrow shows us, they are.
He trusted in the Lord, let him deliver him.
Otto Miller Hall is empty, roped off.
And gangs of evildoers circle around me.
There's nothing really left to see.
And when they cry to him, he hears them.
And yet students like Samuel Ernest can't help but stare.
It's a huge violation of the people that I love.
A junior at Seattle Pacific, Ernest never knew any of the victims personally, but on a campus like this one.
Enough to break your heart.
SPU President Daniel Martin released a statement saying, "I want to thank everyone who has taken the time to reach out to us. Your love and support has helped sustain us during this difficult time.
Be not far from me, for trouble is near."
The school also released a statement about Paul Lee, the student who died on Thursday. He is described by professors as always positive and with a great wit. His sense of humor was contagious. He was outgoing and well loved by others. Paul was also known for his deep faith. And that faith,
Oh my God, I cry in the daytime, but you do not answer.
may be why students say there are no strangers here.
We need each other and rely on each other in ways that I don't even think we realize until moments like this.
It's why 2 days later, Ernest prayed ancient verses from a book they all share. Faith and hope in things unseen, even if they can't help but stare.
The community here at SPU is just everything. It's a wonderful place.
When school resumes in the fall in the Toppenish School District, some administrators will be armed for an added level of security. The Yakima Herald-Republic reports that 11 principals, vice principals, and administrators, including Superintendent John Cerna, have volunteered under a program that was approved after the school shooting in Sandy Hook, Connecticut in December of 2012. The armed administrators at Toppenish must pass background checks, obtain concealed weapons permits, and receive 16 hours of training. The training includes shoot, don't shoot scenarios similar to the training police officers receive. At least 300 acres of land are scorched in Oregon because of a wildfire. Crews battling the first big fire in what's expected to be a tough season in Central Oregon face windy conditions for a couple of days as they try to finish drawing containment lines. About 50 households northwest of Bend remained under evacuation notices today after 2 weekend fires started near Tumalo Reservoir and joined to burn in an area about 10 square miles. Fire officials said that although the fire was just 5% contained, a preliminary fire line encircled most of it, and crews were working to strengthen the line. The hottest part of the fire was on the western and northwestern flanks, moving up the eastern slope of the Cascade Range and away from the city of Bend. There were 708 personnel assigned to the fire. A Colorado teen's headphones were sold out. He didn't hear a tornado barreling straight for him. Reporter Jonathan Petrolama has the story.
It don't look nice. Very dark, low.
It was the kind of cloud worth getting your phone out to video because
Something different other than what I've ever seen before, and I was hoping it wasn't going to turn into anything bad, and unfortunately it did.
turning into a tornado east of Trinidad.
I've never seen anything like it. It stayed there, and it was unbelievable to me how long it stayed on the ground. Had to have been 45 minutes.
But there is an even bigger twist to this story.
With a tornado on the ground so long, in a space so open, who could miss it? Well, a teenager with earphones.
It was coming in on me over my left shoulder, so I didn't really see it.
18-year-old Wyatt Schrepfer was listening to music and mowing weeds down this driveway as the tornado followed him.
The hood of the tractor blew up, and when I stood up to pull it back down, my hat flew off in the direction of the tornado, so I turned and saw it.
Close enough that
my first reaction was, I need to take cover.
He tried running.
It kind of pulled me back into it, you know, so I just decided to lay down.
Hands tucked over his head, his back took the brunt of what the tornado could toss his way.
Happy to be here.
Here, he believes, because of where he was.
I'd have been right in the center of it if I'd have been 25 yards down the driveway.
The right place at the worst time.
In Trinidad, Jonathan Petramala, ABC News.
And no one else was hurt in the tornado. And that's going to do it for us here at iFIBER 1 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.